By Kevin Lewis, Globe Correspondent, May 25, 2018. In nationally representative surveys during 2016, Americans were asked how they'd feel if their child married someone who votes for one or the other political party. Only about a third said they'd be unhappy with a marriage to the opposing party, and this fraction was significantly different depending on whether the spouse talked about politics frequently or rarely. And ironically, strong partisans said they'd be less happy with a spouse of the same party who talked a lot about politics, relative to a spouse of the same party who didn't necessarily talk a lot about politics. Clark et al. Effective polarization or partisan disdain, entangling a dislike for the opposing party from a dislike of partisanship. Public Opinion Quarterly, forthcoming. Tolerance is genetic. Political scientists asked a nationally representative sample of Americans how much they attributed various traits and behaviors to genetics, environment, and personal choice. Controlling for age, education, income, race, religious attendance, and sex, those who attributed more to genetics were significantly more likely to be politically liberal, significantly more likely to be tolerant of homosexuals, drug addicts, the obese, and those with mental disabilities, and no more likely to hold unenlightened racial attitudes. Schneider, S. et al. Genetic attributions, sign of intolerance or acceptance. Journal of Politics, forthcoming. A talent for testosterone. Researchers measured the testosterone levels of members of the Arizona State University marching band early in the season and again 2 months later. Testosterone increased in male band members who were seen as talented or helpful by many bandmates, while testosterone decreased in male band members who were not. There was no such effect in female band members. Chang, J. et al. Prestige in a large-scale social group predicts longitudinal changes in testosterone. Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, June 2018. An inside job. Researchers at the MIT Sloan School of Management asked experienced information technology professionals at a cybersecurity conference and inexperienced students to play a cybersecurity management game. Players decided how much to spend on prevention, detection, and response capabilities at multiple points in time, while facing multiple cyberattacks that threatened the bottom line. Surprisingly, the experienced group performed no better at the game. This is not to say that we do not recommend hiring experienced managers, but we conclude that management experience alone does not help when making decisions related to cybersecurity, and that training for better understanding of the complexities of cybersecurity is needed for decision-makers. Jalali, M. et al. Decision-making and biases in cybersecurity capability development. Evidence from a simulation game experiment. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, December 2017. Get arguable in your inbox. Jeff Jacoby on everything from politics to pet peeves to the passions of the day. Thank you for signing up. Sign up for more newsletters here. Fight your own fires. Who loses when taxes, and therefore services, get cut? A concrete example comes from a political scientist out of MIT who compared fire department districts in Illinois that did not become subject to mandatory referendums on property tax increases. Referendums curtailed district funding growth, which, in turn, slowed fire department response times. But this wasn't necessarily short-sighted. Instead, it may have been about self-interest. Affluent areas were much less likely to experience a fire and were much more likely to vote against funding increases. Stances, M. Something for Something, How Unwise and Direct Democracy Impacts Service Quality, Quarterly Journal of Political Science, Spring 2018. Kevin Lewis is an ideas columnist. He can be reached at kevin.lewis.ideas@gmail.com.